The most baffling thing about this movie I just watched, Gretel and Hansel, is that the director is Oz Perkins. This guy from Legally Blonde. He was in a couple other things, but that's one of his most notable roles, and it's very strange, seeing as the films he's directed have all been horror films. I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House, I think? Something like that. Yeah. And The Black Coat's Daughter. And both of them have been... I haven't seen them, from what I know. That The Black Coat's Daughter is pretty good from the circles I run in. That's what people have been saying. That came out in 2016, I think. 2015. I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. Came out in 2017, I think. Or 2016. That was a Netflix original, I believe. And I've heard really bad things about that one. However, Rotten Tomatoes, I believe... Black Coat's Daughter has like a 70%-ish, and the other one that I don't want to say the name of again has like a 50 or 40. It's not very well received, but the audience reviews are not very good for that one either, like neither one of them. However, Gretel and Hansel, I was like, hey, maybe this will be decent. The trailers looked kind of iffy, but I thought there were a lot of really cool shots, and even yesterday, when the movie first premiered, like for wide releases, people were like, hey, it's not great, but it's really, really pretty, especially for a horror film. So I'm like, you know what film's really pretty for a horror film? The Witch. Even though that has a lot of like toned down colors and it gives a really good like dreary look. So I was kind of expecting maybe to go into that. I saw a couple shots that were like really bright and colorful, so I'm like, maybe it's kind of dreary, but then random sparks of color. No, most of the movie was really colorful, which isn't like a problem. There are a lot of really, really good set choices, lighting choices, and there's a lot of really good framing for shots. Unfortunately, that's like ruined by a lot of really bad shots as well. They do this thing a lot in the film where they like go right up to the face and it's like a shaky cam. And I don't have a problem with this technique. It's fine. I think it was a little too close and then sometimes a little too far away. But more than anything, they didn't use it for any particular reason. All they were doing was just kind of any transition shot, any shot where you see a character, it's just like, burr, burr, burr. When in reality, shaky cam can be used really well in a horror film that's not usually using it to be like, oh, it's dangerous, or oh, I'm in danger, or oh, my heart's pounding. But like, they were just calm, walking, it was like, burr, 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 right at the beginning. It was very dumb. I was really disappointed in this movie overall. Like I said, there's some really cool shots, some really epic gamer moments, but besides some like cool shots, the rest is garbage. The story, you know, Hansel and Gretel, it's like that. Fused with a little bit of The Witch, fused with a little bit of Thelma, if you've seen that one. But they take the bad parts of them. I'm not a big fan of the fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel. So it's not like I was going in going, yeah, #1 fan of Hansel and Gretel. Let's fucking do it. Yeah, it was just kind of a little bit garbage. Not a little bit. It was really garbage. The acting was pretty terrible as well. Sophia Lillis, I believe her name is, or Lillis. She is best known for playing Beverly in It Chapter 1 and then some of It Chapter 2. I think she's really good in it. I think she's really bad in this, but I think that probably stems from the fact that the writing is so fucking surface level. It's like really annoying what they're trying to do with the film because they just can't do it. the film's trying to be like, yeah, but women aren't really like this, they're like this. But I don't know if Oz Perkins has ever spoken to a woman, because this movie's very fucking bad. And all the characters are super unbelievable. I think it's also annoying because I have gotten such, like, high expectations for period horror because of, like, period piece horror, because of The Witch and the great stakes that Roger Eggers went to like get some really great dialogue for his characters, and none of these characters care. They're just like, hi, what's with all the racket? Somebody says another one bites the dust. It's kind of cringy. Like, most of the dialogue's really cringy and not in a good way. It's not like ever funny. There's a couple times the movie tries to be funny and fails at that as well. There's a weird drug sequence for literally no reason. It adds nothing to the story. It doesn't last very long. It's just very fucking dumb. The boy that plays Hansel, I think he's like 7 years old, so I don't want to be too hard on him. But, yeah, he should get some better direction, because he was not good. Everyone was not good. I don't even remember, the main lady that lives in the house that they go to, she's really bad as well. It's Alice Krieg or Krieg. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's fine as an actress. I don't, like, love her. I've seen her in a couple things that she's, like, pretty good in. But she's just, everyone's just fucking terrible in this movie. I don't really understand. I was going in the first couple scenes, I'm like, this is kind of iffy. But I'm like, those were some really beautiful shots, so I can get over it. But then the shots started getting, like, less and less, like, iconic as the movie wore on, which was really annoying, because it's just, like, front-loaded with, like, things that try to capture your attention. And the back half's just really fucking boring and really gross-looking. Nothing looks good. There's some really bad effect work, like visual effects. I think they tried to do some practical effects a couple of times and it looks really bad as well. It's just like, this movie's just really annoying with how much it disappointed me, I guess. The literal only good part was, there was one song, like, that was pretty good. Most of the composition was forgettable at best. I don't remember almost any song. But there was one song where let's just say the main character is talking to a tree. That's all I'm gonna say. The song during that is pretty good. It's too short and it doesn't really fit the scene very well, and it weirdly sets up the rest of the film to be like not a horror film, and then it just goes back to being horror. There's a really bad tonal shift because of it, but it's a good song. I hate when that happens, because on one hand, good song, probably the only like song that I really like on the soundtrack. On the other hand, it makes the film much worse because the song doesn't fit at all. And the tonal shift it makes has to be reverted like almost immediately. This movie's 87 minutes long, like an hour and 27. I think like 5 of those were credits. And I was really, really bored. It might be because I'm tired. Like, I'm tired today. That could be a factor, but I was really fucking bored. I found myself yawning, and even when I'm tired, I don't usually yawn in, like, theaters. I can hold it in, I go, but I was like, this movie's killing me. Just none of the character interactions were worth it. There's a lot of really bad jump scares, but only in the front half. Like, the back half, like I said, is just boring. I was hoping for jump scares at that point. I'm like, can you just put something in front of my face that's interesting? Can you write competent female characters, please? Because right now, this feels like it was written by I don't know, a 7-year-old. Maybe, I don't know. I try not to be too hard on movies. Oz Perkins, maybe I'm just getting something wrong here. Maybe it's for somebody else. But I did not like any of the characters. I did not like any of the dialogue. I did not like the pacing. The story was bad. But there were some good shots. That's it. So I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 10. On screen now is my ranking for the year 2020. So far, not too hot of a year. Here's hoping some good stuff's gonna come on through. Sonic comes out soon. I'm not excited for that at all. But there'll be something soon, I know. Maybe it'll be something on like Netflix original or Prime Video original, something like that. Maybe TWTV original. I just want something that if it's bad, I just want it to be entertaining, you know? Anyway, if you liked the film, if you saw the film, let me know what you thought. If there's another like Hansel and Gretel adaptation that's good, let me know. Put it in the comments. Because I like fairy tales, I guess, and I like dark fairy tales, so maybe I do like Hansel and Gretel. Maybe I just haven't seen a good adaptation. If you like the video, like it, please. And subscribe and comment. Do all that stuff. It helps us out. And tell your grandma. All right. Bye.